Welcome back to Bite Size Sports. And I never thought I'd say this, but Adam Silver has done his best Tony Khan impression by announcing an announcement about Ja Morant. Let's take a look.
So in assessing what discipline is appropriate, if that's the case, um, we look at both the history of prior acts, but then we look at the individual player's history as well.
Kind of sounds like there's discipline coming, doesn't it? Maybe he's just being especially clear, but let's continue.
And the seriousness, of course, of the conduct. So those are all things that get factored. It's not an exact science. It comes down to judgment at the end of the day on the part of me and my colleagues in the league office. In terms of the timing, um,
This
we
this is where it starts to pick up.
uncovered a fair amount of additional information. I think since I was still asked about the situation, I would say we
Covered in a fair amount of additional information. Now, hold on to that. We'll talk about that a little bit more.
probably could have brought it to a head now, but we made the decision, and I believe the Players Association agrees with us that it would be unfair to these players and these teams in the middle of the series to announce the results of that investigation. And given that we're, of course, in the off season, he has now been suspended by the Memphis Grizzlies indefinitely, and so nothing would have changed anyway.
Boom. So, maybe I'm reading a little too much into this when he says he's already been suspended by the Grizzlies, so not much would have changed anyway. But that leads me to believe that what they've uncovered does not make Ja look better. There's multiple incidents, multiple reports or allegations at least outside of the times we've seen the guns, which having a gun is not illegal, but this is an NBA issue here, not a law issue. So there's that, but then there's also the shoe store incident, the allegations there. There's the allegations outside of the Pacers arena with the laser pointer in the car. There's the allegations from the teenager at the outdoor basketball game. So there's a lot of stuff. When I first heard this, when Adam Silver says we've uncovered a lot, it could be one of two things. In my opinion, if it's such a big story that it would distract from the NBA Finals, the way I see it, it's only one of two things. One, he has uncovered the fact that multiple people have made false accusations against Ja Morant, seeing him as a suspect, as a mark, I guess I should say, not as a suspect, and going after him and in an attempt to get some hush money or something like that by just smearing him with a load of false accusations. Or the second thing could be that some of, if not all of these things are true or to some extent true, and that he's uncovered more of those things, and that this is going to be an announcement that's going to be Ja Morant being suspended by the NBA for an extended period of time, because otherwise, that last part doesn't hold as much weight when he says he's already been suspended by the Grizzlies indefinitely, so nothing's changed. I guess you can argue that one either way, because no matter what, if the NBA comes out and says, hey, this was all, to borrow an old, probably outdated term, this was all a witch hunt, all of these accusations are false, we found this evidence here, that's still a pretty big story. I don't see how that detracts or takes away eyeballs from the NBA Finals. Maybe Adam Silver's just so worried about the casual general fan not being interested in a Denver Nuggets Miami Heat series, that he's playing this a little more closely to the vest than he otherwise would. But outside of that logic, to me, the only reason you wait until after the finals to announce this is if it's going to be a very big announcement. And I just don't see them finding Ja totally A-OK in the clear. I don't see that being a groundbreaking announcement. For his sake and for the sake of the Grizzlies franchise, I do hope that I'm wrong, but let's let the commissioner finish his statement here.
In the next few weeks, it seemed better to park that at the moment, at least any public announcement. And my sense now is that shortly after the conclusion of the finals, we
Shortly after the conclusion of the finals, they will make the announcement. Now, my final point here is a question to those of you. Let me know in the comments. Is it kind of an oxymoron in this case to come out there and say, we have an announcement, we've uncovered new information in the Ja Morant investigation. However, we don't want to distract you from the NBA Finals, so we're not going to announce it until after the finals. How does that not just breed more speculation? In my opinion, if you really, really wanted to keep this out of the public eye, to keep people focused on the NBA Finals, I would have just not announced the upcoming announcement and just waited for the finals to be over and then say, all right, now that the finals are over, let's address the Ja Morant situation. So I have suspicions about this whole thing. This very well may be Adam Silver leaning into the sports entertainment of it all. And he may be lying to us when he says, I don't want to distract you from the NBA Finals. And that might be exactly what he wants to do. Not necessarily to distract you from the NBA Finals, but to keep the NBA a high point of chatter in the internet, have people talking about Ja Morant, and have it come along with the hashtag of 2023 NBA Finals or NBA Finals, whatever, because he made this a press conference. They got the NBA Finals slapped all over it. So at the end of the day, I kind of think that's what this genuinely is. This is Adam Silver coming out and leading up to a story to try to generate more attention, keep eyes on the NBA. I know it's weird to say. Maybe I should put my tinfoil hat on. Maybe you think that this is just a horrible look for the NBA to have what is going on with Ja Morant and that they should not be bringing any attention to it like this. But I don't see how this makes sense other than Adam Silver just trying to drum up more chatter online, keep people talking about the NBA during the NBA Finals, and then release a big story right after the Finals, which would normally be a time that's kind of dead for basketball, for the NBA. At least, us hoop heads will be doing draft profiles. Check mine out at The Last Word on Sports. But the general sports population will tune out after the finals and wait unless there's big news. So this may just be a story for the sake of there being a story. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and we will catch you on the next one. See ya.